brothers and sisters, I want to welcome you back to life, back to the one that can make your next chapter your best chapter. Hallelujah.
WLIF HD2 Baltimore.
The all-new Praise 106.1, giving our city just what we need right now. Baltimore's inspiration station. Praise 106.1.
From the Big Al Studio, Baltimore's #1 accident attorney.
The views and opinions of the guests and hosts you hear are not necessarily those of the staff and management of Radio 1, its sponsors, or its advertisers.
The Angel Brown Effect. The Angel Brown Effect. Let's go.
Ladies, it's time for us to power up with Angel.
The Angel Brown Effect.
Angel, Angel,
Angel Brown Effect.
Angel.
Angel Brown Effect.
Empower me, inspire me.
The Angel Brown Effect.
Brick by brick and block by block. We're gonna build it up.
Angel Brown Effect.
We're gonna build it up.
Hey, Baltimore, I'm back. Back from Florida, y'all. I know y'all just heard me on Ministry in the Marketplace with Mr. Stedman Graham. Let me tell y'all, why y'all think I was going to be anything different but Angel Brown on that show? It's so crazy because even my husband was like, really, Angel? Really? You making faces behind Stedman? Yeah, I was photobombing. That's right. I'm going to get my picture any way I can. Listen, guys, I am so happy to be back in Baltimore. Y'all know I love y'all, but I was chilling down in Florida, though. I was chilling, maxing and relaxing with my sister. Sometimes you just got to take a woosah from all the nonsense in Baltimore, so I was happy to be able to do that. But now I'm back, and it's time to get back to work. That's right. That's right. I'm going to send y'all to the website. You know how it goes in here. We got a little script sometimes. Well, actually, I never go by the script. Go to www.theangelbrowneffect.com, guys. The courses are still available, and they are selling like hotcakes. Especially since I got people like Stedman photobombing and all that type of stuff. Y'all know I'm going to be national soon, right? I'm speaking it into existence. I'm claiming it. When Jesus said yes. All right. Forget it. Listen, guys, go to that website. The courses are still available. I'm loving all the people who are sending me like these very, very inspirational messages. People be praying for me and all sorts of stuff because I need prayer. Y'all heard on the last show, Mike Davis said that I need prayer, and I do. I need a lot of prayer. I'm going to start this off. You know, I always got to tell y'all what's going on. I like for y'all to know my business. But let me tell you about the event, the event that Stedman was at, the Home Free USA event. So I was able to attend that event, and thank you so much for the invite, guys. And I wasn't going to go. I said, I ain't going to that. Bougie. I mean, I don't really care about, like, I'm not starstruck. I think the only person I'd probably be starstruck with is, like, Michelle Obama. You know, I would be starstruck with Michelle Obama because it's like, Michelle! I mean, and I would be starstruck with her. But anybody else is kind of like, oh, okay, you know. So I wasn't really starstruck that Stedman was going to be there. And I said, I'm not going because usually these events are a little bougie and like uptight and all this type of stuff. And when I first got there, it was, I ain't gonna lie. It was a little bougie. You know, I was forced to wear a dress. You know, went and got the dress from the thrift store along with the shoes because I wasn't spending a bunch of money on a dress to impress a bunch of people that I don't feel like I need to impress, right? So I get there and, you know, it was slightly bougie. You know, even the food, the devil eggs that they had, it wasn't devil eggs. They called it something else. I thought it was a devil egg. I asked the lady, was it a devil egg? She looked at me like I was crazy, so I just went ahead and popped it in my mouth and ate it. And I didn't like it, but it's okay. So anyway, let me start off with coming there. So I told you I didn't really want to go there, right? I'm putting on this dress. that I got from the thrift store. And my husband wasn't home, so I could not zipping up the whole back of the dress. You know how, like, ladies know what I'm talking about?
Right.
It was like halfway. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I text Tony, ask where she is. She's in Towson. So I said, forget it. Let me go ahead and go. Dress is halfway zipped up in the back. So I said, I'm going to find somebody. So as I'm driving down, because this event was at the Ivy.
Oh, Mount Vernon.
Oh, yeah, the Ivy. I was like, the Ivy? I ain't even never heard of it before. But anyway, I got down there, and it was a homeless gentleman that was on the corner, and the light was, like, really long.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Maybe I can ask him to zip up my dress really quick. So I rolled down my window, and he comes in, and he asks for money. I said, I'm going to give you money. I'll give you $5 if you zip up my dress. And he's like, what? I said, yeah, I couldn't zip up. I'm telling him the story. And he said, well, get out the car. So I go to get out of the car, but the people, now the light changed. So the people are honking on me. So I just had to give them the $5 and I keep going down. And I'm like, dang, so how am I going to zip up this dress? I get down there and they have valet. And I'm like, thank goodness they have valet. And the lady come over. I said, look, I need you to zip up this dress. She said, come on, girl, get out that car. She zipped up that dress, almost split. You know how when you zip up a zipper, if you too big for it? So the zipper, she said, sweetheart, I don't know what size you got, but this is hard to get up. I said, well, do your best. I'm squeezing it in. Do your best. I only have to be here for a short time. So she did. The zipper didn't actually split until I was about to leave, because it was like the Incredible Hulk. I was just like about to come up out of it. It was too small, but the price was right. It was $12. So I'm like, I got to get this.
You got to get it.
I got to get this, even if I just wear it this one time. So I get to this event, right? And they were talking about a lot of information about rebuilding Baltimore, right? And so, everybody's there. Nobody really wants to ask questions, but I'm like, I got a question. Because one of my questions they were talking about home ownership in Baltimore City, right? So I said, I renovate a lot of houses in Baltimore City. So how are we going to be able to get people loans for areas where there's other vacant houses that may be next door or across the street, right? Well, needless to say, my question didn't get answered. My question really didn't get answered because I don't think that they knew how to answer that. Because to be honest with you, most banks do not want to finance a house where there's a vacant house next door or a vacant house across the street. But how are we supposed to rebuild Baltimore and rebuild these blocks if we don't do it one house at a time? Right?
You have to do it one house at a time.
Yeah, you got to do it one house at a time. So if I fix one house and get you in it, Tony, right, and you buy it, okay, I'm going to go to the next house. But if I can't get you a loan, with letting the bank know, hey, this house is going to be fixed as well. I have this under contract and it's going to look just like this house right here. But a lot of banks ain't trying to hear that. So I needed to find out, look, if y'all want me to be a part of this, before I stamp my name on it, I don't care who else's name is on it, unless it was Oprah.
Or Stedman.
Oprah. I'm sorry, Stedman, but I'm just saying, if you want me to stamp my name on this, right, then I don't want to put my people in the lion's den with trying to get these loans in these houses if it's not going to work. I want them to get to the finish line. You know what I'm saying? So I needed like a little bit more education on what the program was. And I actually did research it, and it sounds to be a really good program. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to research it a little bit more before I put it out there to my Angel Brown Effect fan family page. I ain't putting it out there and putting my stamp on it if I ain't like research it for y'all. See, this is what I do for y'all. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? Huh? I'm the sacrificial lamb for y'all. Don't y'all understand this? Do you get it? All right, anyway. So I'm going to research it because if it's a great program, I'm going to push it.
You have to.
I'm going to push
You
it.
have to push it.
I'm gonna push it.
But you know, look, you got to make sure you do your research. You got to make sure that you have all of the information to give out to, you know, the general public, because you can't go in there with half information that you don't know. And so I think it's good that you at least follow up. Even if you think you know, you may not know. And that's good.
And guys, that's Tony Thornton. He butts in on my show all the time, but I love it. I love when Tony butts into my show. I love Tony Thornton. He does the weather and the traffic. Y'all know who he is. But anyway, but I agree with you, right? And so once I research it, then if it's a great thing, I'm going to promote it, because I want people not only from Baltimore, but especially Baltimore, to get as much money as they possibly can from these programs. But we just got to make sure that it's right for you guys, right? So I asked my questions. It kind of didn't get answered. So I'm going to ask it privately, you know, because I'm able to do that. And I ain't even telling y'all how I'm like in like Flint like that. It's coming. It's coming. Y'all will see. Keep your ears open, okay? That's all I can say at this moment. But I will make sure that I research this for you guys, because, hey, if you can get up to 42 grand for a house, I'm with it. And I know y'all gonna be with it too, right? But you want it, Tony? You just got a new house, so you don't need the 42 grand.
Oh, I can use it. What are you talking about? Got student loans. I got all kind of stuff to pay for.
So I will keep y'all updated on that event. But you know what? I am so glad that I actually did go, because like in my mind, and I know a lot of people think this, you're like, I don't want to go to that. I don't want to be around certain people and things. I'm glad that I went, because you know what? If you don't go to things like this, then your voice not going to be heard, whether they want to hear it or if they don't want to hear it. I said what I had to say, and hopefully it will help them when they are, you know, constructing these programs and things like that, because sometimes we gotta speak and we don't speak. That's like we don't go to our homeowners association meetings. I just started going to that type of stuff. I never went to that type of stuff. We as African Americans don't go and fight for what's ours or fight for what's right. You know, you see a lot of Caucasians that will go and picket and hold up signs and do all these types of things. The daggone water company, you got $3,000 bills in Baltimore City. We need to all be down there with a damn sign. Oh, that's Praise 106.
Point one.
Point one. Bleep that out. With a daggone sign.
You're fine.
Right?
Yeah.
We need to all be down there for this, because I know that it is people out there that are experiencing the same thing that I'm experiencing with Baltimore City and the water company. And when you call down there, you get some rude person that's been there for 25 years who is not nice. They don't have no good customer service. And they just want to get you off the phone. And you're trying to figure out, why is my bill $3,000 for 1 month? I don't have no leaks in my house. Because a lot of the leaking be underground. The underground pipes, especially in Park Heights. A lot of the leaking is from old pipes that they put in 30 years ago. Did they change those pipes? No. Absolutely not, right? And they running under your house. That be leaking. You don't know it's leaking. And then you get this like outrageous bill and you don't understand why. Then you go down to the water company and they can't explain to you why. I'm telling y'all why. Because I got a plug in the water company. Yep, I said it. I said it. I said it. I get a lot of information in Baltimore City. Y'all just don't know all this stuff that we going through. If we come together and join together, we can fight the water company, BGE. Oh, don't let me get on BGE. That's a whole nother show. Don't let me get on BGE. BGE, we can fight them too. Because like right now, we be helpless and hopeless with BGE. Because it's like, you need your lights on. You need your lights on. You need to be able to put your air on when it's hot outside. And you're not really going to fight them. Because you got to live. When we come together, we can do this thing together, because it's actually ridiculous, a lot of the stuff that's going on in Baltimore City. Not only the crime, but a lot of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes with this hack and the housing and all that type of stuff. It's ridiculous. And we talk about it, even myself, I talk about it, But what am I doing about it? It takes an army, y'all. We got to do it together. So y'all go to my website. It's www.theangelbrowneffect.com. You guys can email me at workingwithanangel@gmail.com. And I want you guys to be able to come and ask any questions that you can. I don't need you to just go to the website just because, it's courses on there. I want you to go to the website if you have questions, because I answer the questions. Y'all go to the website 3:00 in the morning, you get a response. But a lot of people actually be messaging me on Facebook and things like that. Hi, Facebook Live. Hey, y'all. Oh, I see y'all. Push forward. That's right. BGE is the worst. Yes, they are, Yolanda. BGE is horrible. But listen. I know. What they are. Oh, you missed that part. Oh, you went and opened up the door. Yeah. It's just a lot of stuff. I just want people to join together to be able to combat some of the stuff that's going on with the housing situation. Because if we come together as one, oh man. But it can't be just me down there knocking on the door at BGE or knocking on the door down at the water company. Because they'd be like, skedaddle, get out of here. Beat it.
It's
Kick rocks.
It's got to be an effort by the group. And I think that if you get enough folks to really band together and really believe in knowing that the power is in more than just one. It's in the group.
It is.
And if everybody can get together, we can all make money.
We can all make money. We can all build wealth.
Right.
If we just share information. I like to share information. I share a lot of information. And I always have a lot of people who say to me, you say too much. Don't give them too much. And I don't know how to not do that because I've always done that. And I'm like, well, what is too much?
Well, that's the one thing about your seminars, which I think are very good. You actually give out a lot of information for free. And I always sit back and wonder, like, wait a minute, you need to really buy a book or buy a manual or buy some sort of program in order to get that. Why do you feel like that's important for you to share information?
I think it's really important for free. Okay, so one thing is I'm going to go back, 8 years ago when I was praying for a breakthrough, when I had nothing going on. I was laid off from my job, right? I had no money. My husband and I were broke balling. You know what that is?
Range Rover?
Yeah, we was like, we had the latest, greatest, right. We had the nice cars and we couldn't afford it. We couldn't afford it, okay? We was broke balling, all right? And I didn't know which way my life was going to go. I didn't go to college, so I'm trying to figure out who's going to hire me, where I'm going to go work at a retail store. I didn't know what I was going to do.
Right.
So I used to pray, like, Lord, please, if you open up a door, I'll teach everybody I know. I will teach anybody that comes to me. And I need to honor that prayer. Even though those doors was open, starting back then when I made that prayer. Right. I still need to honor that prayer right now. I still need to do it. So it doesn't hurt me to give you information. What God has for me is for me. You know what I mean? And what he has for you is for you.
And there's so much out there that everybody can share. I think that's one of the issues that I have with just people in general. Not necessarily our people, but certainly in general, that we're so afraid to share because we don't want anyone else to
be top over us.
Right. Exactly.
Or get more than us.
Exactly. It's important to be humble and say, look, there's enough for everyone. I can do me, you can do you.
In my industry, we have over 17,000 vacant properties in Baltimore City. I can't do it all by myself.
No.
Come on, we can put the charm back into Charm City if we all just do it together. I honestly think it would help the crime too, but that's just me. That's just me. If we take some of these young people off the street.
Right now? Oh, you speaking to some folks?
I think I am.
Okay.
I think I am. If you're hearing this message, I think I am. I'm telling you, I think that, I know because I've done it with some of these young guys. Let me tell you, the same hustle that they're doing with drugs is very similar to the hustle of houses. They hustle drugs, I hustle houses. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with the wholesaling process when we talk about wholesaling properties and things like that. It's the same mentality on the drug corners, to be honest with you.
Wow.
It's the same, it's really the same format. Even hustling cars. You buy a car from the auction and then you sell it to me. You buy it for $3,000. You sell it to me for $4,000. You wholesaling cars. I'm wholesaling houses. It's the same thing. It's just changing the mindset of these millennials and these young ones, because like right now they feel hopeless. And I'm not saying what they doing is right. I'm not saying that. I know that was my husband back in the day. And his mom was great. You know, it's not like you a bad parent, because sometimes people, the parents, we think, oh, we are horrible. We are horrible parents because, you know, our kid did this or our kid did that. And it's like, no, we did the best that we could with what we had. Right. You know, but now I know better, so I'm trying to do better. I don't think I'm a bad kid because my, you know, a bad parent because my son had a baby out of wedlock. I did the same thing. It's following the footsteps. We need to break the chains. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, yeah.
I didn't know no better. You know, and so now hopefully my son can teach somebody else about the hardships of what he has to go through of being a young father. I mean, he wasn't a teenage father, thank God, but it still seemed like he a teenage father.
But going through that, you can, just by educating others, you can change the culture. You can change it.
Yes.
You can move your hustle from one area to another.
That's all we want to do.
It's not that hard. You can still make the money that you want to make.
But somebody got to believe in them. If somebody don't believe in them, or they look at them as that little drug dealer, or as that little thug, you know, or as that little murderer, that what he may have done, whatever they may have done. See, I have no judgment for people. I used to back in the day. I ain't know no better though.
Right.
I have no judgment. I don't care what somebody did in their life. I don't care what it was. My arms are open if they want the help. I don't care what they did. Who am I to judge them? Who am I to judge? I did stuff. We all did stuff.
Right.
I made bad decisions, you know? So I just feel like as a community, we need to stop talking about it and do something about it. I had 4 young guys, and I think I told that story before, went down by Mondawmin where I bought a house, and, you know, I pulled up. I'm like, hey, guys, this is my house. They was like, kick rocks.
It's the neighborhood house.
This the neighborhood house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those guys still work for me to this day. They are my demo crew. You know,
yeah.
I know that I had some influence on their life. I know that I changed possibly them going to prison.
Oh, I know you did.
Or dying.
There's no question about that.
You know, so it's like if more of us do that, what can we do in Baltimore City? You know, because all of us are saying right now, and even myself, I got to get out of Baltimore with this nonsense. Instead of staying here and trying to figure out how can we do this? Like right now with all these vacant properties in Baltimore, right? We can take these young guys and have them going around demoing these houses. We can have them doing that. Yeah. It's not too much that they could do wrong by demoing the houses. And we can also teach them as well. You know, we can have little programs for, it's a lot of plumbers that we need, a lot of electricians that we need. And I know that they do have some programs out there, but the problem is we need somebody that will go out into the community, somebody like my husband, Damon Marshall. If you want to volunteer, sir, please text me. But please text me. We need somebody like my husband, who is the new face of CEO. You know what I mean?
Yes.
To go out and grab these young guys and say, all right, let me show you how to hustle houses. Let me show you this way. We need a crew of them. So if you got any ex-drug dealers out there, yeah, that's what I said. Anybody who have gone through anything like that who can reach these kids, y'all go to my website, www.theangelbrowneffect.com. I wasn't even thinking about talking about this, but guess what? We can start a movement right now.
You can.
We can start one right now. Let me know if you want to put something together to try to get these young guys into hustling houses. How about that? Where they do that at? I wasn't even going to be talking about this today. I am so happy about my Facebook fan family. I want y'all to continue to like my page, okay? I don't like it to say fan page because y'all ain't fan. Y'all are family to me. Y'all are really family to me. When anybody who calls me, they know I have a real genuine heart to want to help people. And I be on the phone for hours sometimes. People just call me. I be on the phone for hours. My husband be like, time is up. You the only one got to talk for a daggone hour when they ask you one question. Actually, they be trying to get me off the phone.
Right.
But I just want people to know that I genuinely care. I really, really care for people. And I don't know where it came from. I know where it came from. It's just God. God is love. And that's a Mike Davis thing. He would say, God is love, Angel. God is love. So if God is love, that is me. Okay? That is what my father used to always tell me. Angel means messenger of God. And that was when he started getting into church, because he was a heathen too back then. And now he had converted into church, right? And he used to always come and tell me and my sister and brother, and we never wanted to go to church. And the church was right down the street, half a block.
That was it.
We never wanted to go to church. But he gave his life to Christ, right?
Right.
And he started telling me a lot of stories about the Bible and stuff like that. And I took that very serious. So if I'm a messenger of God, I want to give good messages.
Right. Real quick, Angel. What's next for you? Like, what's the next thing that's happening right now with the Angel Brown effect?
Oh,
can you talk about it right now? Or do we need to stay tuned?
Okay.
What's the next thing happening?
What's the next thing? I will say, without going into detail and being sued, the next thing is television. And I was up and down about it, because I'm like, oh, do I want to go national? Should I go national? It's a lot of things that comes with that. It's a lot of responsibility. And I'm not used to people saying bad things and all that type of stuff. Right. And that type of stuff comes because everybody is not going to love me. I want everybody to love me, but everybody's not going to love me. Everybody is not going to agree with me. And that's just, and I'm going to say this really quick. You and I had a conversation about going into D.C. There's going to be a seminar in D.C., right?
Exactly.
And real quick, y'all. So me and Tony was going back and forth because I did a commercial spot for the D.C. show, and it was kind of like the same thing, you know, like, where you at, D.C.? You know, that type of thing. And, you know, me and Tony was trying to figure out, like, okay, this is D.C., you know, DC is a different breed sometimes with Maryland, certain parts of DC, right?
Course, yeah.
And so we didn't know if I should be a little bit more subdued, if I shouldn't be, you know, real loud with it and real, you know, slang and all that type of stuff. And what I now know is that I can only be Angel Brown. And if someone has a problem with how I am as a person, how I genuinely am, they don't belong in my camp. They don't belong at my seminar. They don't belong with me. It is certain people that belong with me. So I got to be who I am.
Absolutely.
And then y'all got to adapt. I mean, y'all don't have to be with me. It's other people that do this. I want y'all with me, but y'all don't have to be with me. So I can't change who I am. When Stedman came, y'all saw in the video, I was still Angel Brown. I was still Angel Brown. I just say throw up my pictures with the deuces and all that type of stuff. But anyway, listen, guys, my time is up. I am so super happy. Hi, Facebook people. Hi. I am so super happy to be back in Baltimore. Guys, I love you so much. Go to my website, www.theangelbrowneffect.com. Pat yourself on the back, Baltimore. See you next week.
The Angel Brown Effect. The Angel Brown Effect.
Let's go. Ladies.